Daredevil, man. Shit. Are we back, bro, or what?
I think there's potential.
Ooh, he's hesitating.
I think
Ooh,
well, I
ooh.
mean, there was a couple things about it that remember. Okay, the fight scenes, the fight choreographer from Daredevil, who's also the fight choreographer for this one. Um,
Oh, so he did come back. That's good.
that I believe so. That's my understanding.
Hmm.
Uh, it was flawless in Daredevil, right?
Yeah, you can't top that.
Last night, I mean, it was good.
It was different.
It wasn't as good, but it was. I mean, as far as the fight scenes and everything, it was good, but it just wasn't as. There were some scenes. There were some spots. I'm being super fucking nitpicky right now, just because I have Daredevil. I got a lot of love for Daredevil, and in
Mhm.
the Marvel landscape, how things are. We want to like root for them, but also hold them to that standard. Um, I thought it was good, man. I enjoyed it. Uh, there were just a couple of spots for me. That's about it. I was being very nitpicky. I know some of your fucking followers they fucking ding me. They're like, oh, that guy because he didn't like Argyle or whatever, whatever, or the wig. But I thought it was really good, man. It had a slow burn
Yeah.
building up to it and kind of recapping some things. And fuck, man, spoiler alert,
Yeah, spoiler alert.
they fucking kill Foggy right off the bat, dude. Oh my
Well, you
god,
see,
I like that character.
I saw it coming, but I didn't think they'd get right into it. Like, holy shit. Okay, we're doing this right now. Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah,
But I think it serves as a good catalyst to kind of like, okay, well, we needed to show this happen so we could show him the rest of the story, how he is a year later, blah, blah, blah. It was a good setup. It was a good setup. It's just unfortunate that he had to die because,
yeah,
I mean, goddamn, dude. The actress, fuck, what's her name? Deborah something, who plays Karen. The way
yeah.
she sold his death was just chef's kiss,
It was
man.
awesome.
Ah, such a great scene. Great
So,
scene.
you want to hear my complaints?
Yeah, sure.
How many fucking cops were around with guns?
In the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Two that we saw on
two
screen.
cops were around with guns, and it's not like, oh, there's two people fighting. No one's gonna use it, dude. They already fucking killed people outside. People were dead on the ground, shot. They're gonna fucking use their weapons, man. They're gonna calm the fucking scene down.
Yeah.
Not to mention a lot of cops are, they're not martial artists, but they're when you got two or three guys on you that know how to get somebody down and detain someone, no matter even if you're a fucking badass martial artist, you're not going to be able to defend yourself in that tight area. They could have it could have it just that part was just little okay. That
Yeah,
part of the story sucked for me.
yeah, there's some holes there.
That's
But
a
I
big hole,
think,
man. This opening fucking scene, dude. It's like, yeah, let's just
yeah.
have. It seems like okay, we'll put in this bar with all these cops, with the build up, and then it's just it'll be all this mayhem. We're gonna be starting in this ballroom fight, and then the cops just don't do anything.
It's plot
You
armor,
know,
man. They got to make the
uh,
villain look good.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
all it
dude.
is plot armor. But
Yeah, but he's still a human being. He's not like he's not an inhuman or a mutant
right,
or he's just a martial artist, dude.
which is why I was surprised. How do you get pancaked from the top of a building and live to tell the tale? Like that was a
Well,
little
I'm
far
not.
fetched.
Yeah, well, I mean, but the thing is, that's the other guy. That's the white tiger who said he didn't have his magic amulet with him. So I don't know
Yeah.
if there's any nuances to him. If there's, I'm not familiar with that character, but so maybe there is a little bit of magic with that dude, but
No,
I
it's
don't
it's the
think
guy
so.
from it's the guy from the original series. I don't
The
think he
white
did.
tiger.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
don't think there's any magic in it. I don't think,
Bullseye. No, I'm
but he,
talking
he
about
called it
Bullseye
his
in the beginning.
he called it his magic amulet.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about Bullseye though in the beginning when he gets thrown off the roof. Like,
Oh no, yeah, no him. I don't know how he fucking.
yeah, that's fucking bizarre.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It was like what, 3 stories, 3 or 4 stories.
Still though, man, he fell
But
face
he
down to the
hit fucking
concrete.
face.
Like,
He
come
hit. He
on,
hit.
bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, whatever though.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is.
yeah, but yeah, man, I had a really good time watching this. I thought
Same.
it was
Same.
it was a breath of fresh air compared to some other shit that we've gotten. And it's not the same, both in the writing and aesthetically, but as the original series. I mean, but I still enjoyed the shit out of it, man. And like you said, I really
Yeah,
love the slow burn too. I like the slow build up. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, it was slow, it was boring, it was made me fall asleep." It's like, well, you're not listening to the fucking dialogue and watching
yeah.
things progress. And here's another complaint I saw is a lot of people are bitching about the lack of fighting. Um, I've always been of the belief of do the slow build, build up the scenes, build up the characters, build up the tension. That way,
Mhm.
when we do get a fight, it's monumental. We don't have to have a
Dude,
fight every 10
there
fucking
was
seconds, you know?
the opening scene was a big, massive fucking fight. What are they complaining about? And there was, I mean, and then
Exactly. Well, there
the
was some hold on, there was some new age Marvel CGI that I noticed, kind of
yeah,
in contrast to the original series, but I'm willing to let that slide. I just hope they don't overdo it.
yeah. And I mean, and Vincent D'Onofrio is just fucking.
Oh, dude. He's
He's
incredible.
just fucking. He's a great fucking actor. He plays this character very well.
Yeah.
He commands the room when he. Where I mean, his opening when he walked into the meeting, right, and everyone just fucking got up
Yeah.
and left. Man, it was just
I
that
love
was
the way they
fucking.
introduced him too, with the camera going upside down, kind of
Mm-hmm,
keeping him out of focus. It's like, okay, and that's a tough order. Like, how do we introduce this monumental motherfucker of a man? Um,
mm-hmm.
pun intended. Even though he's not as big as he used to be,
Yeah,
but I mean, he doesn't need to be. I
no,
mean, he does need to be bigger, but he still is the same guy, and he still gives off that same aura that he's always had, dude. And that voice that he does, fuck, man, he's never lost a step, dude.
yeah. He's got a
Um,
very commanding presence about him
yeah, yeah,
that just demands attention, but in such a subtle way that you just can't help but be drawn in by that dude. It's like he doesn't raise his voice. He's not yelling. He's not threatening violence. His
hmm
his his charismatic posturing in this character is very effective and is a it's just a master class, man. In my opinion, he's got this character. He's defined this character so well, and I'm really loving his stuff. One
yeah.
little this is gonna be so nitpicky as fuck. Oh my god, to do with him? Scene he was in. Oh, your fucking little douchebag fan that thinks I'm nitpicky is gonna love this shit. When he's eating his dinner, man, in the restaurant or whatever,
hmm
the flatware is not set up correctly. It's not set up right.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's not set up correct. And the only reason I'm making the comment is because he's all you know, given the presentation of poshness of being all like because he's got the suits, and then he's sitting there, he's having a nice meal at the restaurant, and then but the cutlery is not placed
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah,
So that's it.
yeah. That's
I
a little
know
much,
I'm a
but
shit, dude. I'm a
whatever, dude.
shit. I can't help
Uh,
it.
Speaking of suits, man, I love the comparison with him and Matt. Like, it showed Matt opening his closet looking for a suit to
Hmm.
wear, and then later it shows Kingpin doing the same thing. I just love the
Yeah,
similarities with those two.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, I had something I was gonna say. Oh, uh, I kind of like how they start him off. He's kind of like turned his back on the violence and shit. Like, I'm
Hmm.
wondering, it's probably obviously gonna happen if it's just gonna slow build to him like finally losing his shit and killing again and becoming that evil menace that we saw in the original series.
Oh, he will.
I think that would be really good.
he
But that's what I'm saying.
will.
Slow build it up, man. Don't have him like next episode go all raged out, because that one guy in the cemetery when he's like basically laying into him, and
Hmm.
I'm probably some audience members are thinking like, oh, he's about to snap and break his neck
The
or whatever.
commissioner, the
Commissioner,
commissioner.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
He's
way
he's
he
gonna be the one who pushes
methodically,
his buttons, man.
yeah, but the way he methodically like threats his family and shit, that's the slow burn shit that I love, man. Just
I love
fucking
that,
with them.
dude. The
Yeah.
Philly cheesesteak, and he's got the fucking picture of the family and underneath it, and it
Yep.
raises up the
Yep.
yeah. But this place is in. He's like, oh shit. That
Yep.
yeah, that was pretty tough, man. That was
It's good
pretty
shit.
tough. It is.
And,
It is.
and the lack of Karen kind of sucked, how she kind of disappeared again, but I'm pretty sure we'll get her back at some point.
I think
Um,
so.
yeah, but in her place, I thought we got some really good, interesting new characters.
Hmm.
I want to see more of White Tiger. That's pretty interesting. And the new chick he's dating, she seems pretty cool. They seem like they have some good chemistry. So, Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but
I think I,
she's going to be his downfall. That she's going to be the trigger that sets him off. That sets Daredevil back to doing what he to going back because Fisk is going to end up killing her or something's going to happen to her, and that's his
I
love
know.
interest, and that's going to be the trigger. It's such. It's I'm predicting it now. I'm sure you're predicting it too, and so many other people. So I can't claim omniscience or anything, but it seems like a pretty obvious plot line. Maybe they're setting it up for a red herring, though. You know, who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe Karen's the one that he kills. Who knows?
Who knows, man?
I don't want to see her killed after, especially after losing Foggy, but
Yeah,
I don't know, but I love unpredictability, so I'm all
same,
for whatever
same.
they want to do.
And
So
I thought the diner scene was very well done.
oh yeah, dude, come
I
on,
like that. That was
shit,
reminiscent of what was that other movie with fucking
Heat,
the game? Yeah, of Heat.
yeah,
Reminiscent of the scene in Heat.
one of the best scenes of all time. Yeah,
Yeah. So
one of the
I know
best
we
scenes
don't.
of all time. Argue with the wall. I don't care what anyone thinks in the movie
Right.
Heat. I think it's going to get to the point where Fisk is going to just completely lose shit, but I
Yeah.
just don't want it to happen immediately because I kind of want to see him go on as the mayor for a
Mm-hmm.
while, like even to the point where he comes into contact with Spider-Man, and shout out to him for mentioning Spider-Man in
Yeah.
his speech. I
Yeah.
think that was the first time he's ever mentioned it. So
There's going to be
As a Spider-Man fan, that was so fucking
right.
cool to hear, man.
I mean, there's so many things going on that are interesting, right? And it's not going slow. I don't think it's going slow. I'm liking the dynamic between I don't know the character's name, but between Daredevil and the psychiatrist,
Mm-hmm.
and then is he a psychiatrist or psychologist? I always get the two confused. And also
Psychiatry.
the relationship between the Fisk family and the psychiatrist, that dynamic between Fisk and his wife.
Yeah.
I like that dynamic as well.
And then
Um,
Matt with Cherry, the detective, the bald guy, and then
yeah,
with
yeah.
Ben Urich. I think what was it? Is she his daughter or his niece? The
Um,
reporter. I think it was his niece, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, there's a lot
Uh,
of cool things going on, and the commissioner and the commissioner is staying, but he's not fucking happy.
yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of good things that are going to happen before Fisk finally. Or there's a lot of potential. I think we're going to get it probably a good at least definitely two, potentially three more episodes before Fisk loses his shit.
yeah.
Because there's going to be what 10 episodes in this season, maybe
9.
nine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give it to mid halfway through. I'll say
Say about
middle of
midway.
episode
Yeah.
4.5. He'll flip his shit, and that's when it's going to go into fucking turbo mode. Now, when are we going to see Punisher? I don't know. When are we going to see Spider Man? I don't know. Spider Man will be probably episode 9 or
If
10,
if we see
maybe,
Spider, is
if
he
at
confirmed for
all.
this?
No, if at
That would
all, we'll
be
see.
that would be a huge shock if he shows
We'll
up.
see Punisher. Meh, maybe episode 6 or 7.
Will we see Hawkeye or Echo make an appearance? I mean, he did mention Echo. Hey, didn't she shoot you in the face? You never know.
You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, but to all the people that say this is slow and boring, like they just
No,
short
it's good.
attention spans, man. Short attention spans. They can't.
I think, yeah.
But there's
No,
going to be
this is,
people like that. They just want to go in, guns blazing, CGI fights left and right. Like they just don't
yeah.
appreciate the long form storytelling.
Well,
So,
thankfully, these actors are so good in this program that, and
mhm.
they're doing a great job with their, with their locations, the work, everything's great. It's really, it's immersive. The pace is fine with me. Everything's fine. There's just a couple things I was super nitpicky about, but I'm at the end of the day, man, I'm super happy about this so far.
Yeah, me
Um,
too. Me
you
too.
know, other than the whole the plot hole or the the logic hole, I should say, in the opening scene, and and a few nitpicky of the fight moments. Some of the fight choreography was seemed splotchy in some areas for me, just a few. Then of
Yeah,
course the coloring, but other
yeah.
than that, man, I'm fucking loving it, brother.
It's nothing that
Fucking
totally
loving it.
ruins the show for you. So that's
No,
good.
no, not at
That's
all,
good.
not at all.
Yeah, that's good.
I just knew I chuckled because I was like, oh shit, I know I'm gonna have to say something about it, but fuck, man.
I mean, you have every right to, like
I mean that's a detail, dude. It's
yeah.
this is a high end show, and if you're gonna have a high end dinner, I mean
Hmm.
there's things that the cutlery goes in a certain it goes in a certain way, but
Which
that's
always
okay.
makes me wonder, like you and I both obviously work in the film industry and like we know we've
Yeah.
been on sets before. When you're shooting a scene like that, is
Hmm.
there not someone on that set who says, "Hold on, that doesn't look right. Let me adjust this cutlery real quick." I mean, you would think
This, yeah,
with
the
the
set
big
designer
multi-million
should
dollar
be on
budget
top of
like
that.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, like
Well,
I don't get it.
the set designer should be on that. And as an actor, I would have just moved it real quick. I would have been like, hey, I need to move these real quick. This is not right.
Yeah, somebody, anybody on the
So
set, you know, like
because they the camp, it's not like it was just like they just showed him eating. No, it showed that established this the little moment, the scene there. It showed the plate being put down between where the cutlery was, right?
yeah.
And it was wrong.
You
But
talking about the opening shot where it goes upside down?
when he's eating, when they put the food in front of him, there's the table. I forget the timestamp on it, but there's a shot where it literally just shows the the knife, fork, and the spoons on the table, and before they put the plate down.
Hmm.
It's so nitpicky, dude. Don't
Yeah,
even. I mean,
yeah, yeah. That's like
it's
uber nitpicky, but you know, I get it. But to my degree though, like being an editor, filmmaker, I notice that shit. You know, even
yeah,
though I didn't catch this particular one, but if I'm on set, there's no
yeah.
way in hell I'm not noticing that, especially if I'm involved in the directing aspect of it. Like, how do you miss that, man?
I mean,
But
it's like I
whatever,
mean,
whatever.
an analogy. This may not be super accurate, but imagine like a like a poster in the background or some writing on the wall that had a misspelling in it or something. It'd be
Oh,
like,
I've seen that. I've seen articles, and matter of
yeah, it's
fact,
like, oh,
in
that's
the
fucking spelled wrong. What the fuck,
I think in one of the Dark Knight movies, they pull up an article on a computer about the Catwoman and like Jewel Thief or Jewel Heister. One of those is spelled wrong, and it's like, dude, how did you
Yeah,
guys not see that, bro?
yeah. It's super fucking nitpicky,
Yeah,
man. But
yeah,
I know. I mean,
yeah.
you know me, dude. I noticed little. I mean, when we were on set for, I was like, what the fuck is that light in the background? You're like, what fucking light? What are you talking about? I was like, no, there's a light. There was like a reflection, and y'all were like, oh shit, there is a fucking. Remember we were
Oh
shooting?
yeah, 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 yeah. And you know what that was? It was somebody walking in the
Yeah,
kitchen downstairs.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And you're like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, right? You don't see that? I get very, I don't know. It's my spidey sense,
You
man.
know, and you know the sad thing about that is I'm sitting here ripping on people for not catching that on set. Like I edited that fucking thing and I didn't even see it. So it's like, yeah,
You got so much else on your mind, dude.
I
There's only
know,
so
I
much.
know, I know.
But yeah, but dude, I'm super happy with it so far.
Yeah,
Um,
me too, me too.
Super happy with it. So about White Tiger, he mentioned like he's like, no, it didn't have my suit with me. It didn't have my magic amulet, right?
Yeah,
So is that implying that he's got some other?
yeah, I think so.
You
I
think?
don't know too much about that character,
Same.
so I can't really speculate. But that's how I took it. Okay, well, he's got some magic
Yeah.
amulet. He's got to have some type of when he wears it superpower. You know, so
Yeah.
it's
Interesting.
pretty cut and dry
Interesting.
to me. But I'm interested in seeing more of him. So
Yeah. Yeah.
looks like an interesting character.
I like his feel, man. I like his
Yeah, yeah.
I like what we got going on there, and I like how they're really showing off how Murdoch's senses are so
Oh,
attuned,
dude,
man.
overpowered at this point, but I love it, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
makes for really cool visuals and audio cues, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
for the viewer. So that it's pretty entertaining.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
all right, man. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 3, and of course we can
Same.
get back on and talk about that. So I want to do this like every week, just talk about each episode. You know, give it its fair shine. You know,
Agreed. Yeah,
so
yeah.
but
I'm looking forward to it too, man. It's I'm giving it a if I had to go 1 to 10 right now,
let's do
may,
alphabet A to F. What would you give it?
ooh, A to F
I like
for
doing alphabet ratings,
okay from episode 1 and 2 or combined.
just combined. I'd give it A minus. Honestly,
I'll give it a B plus for
there you
now.
go, there you go.
I'll give it a
Good
B
stuff.
plus.
No Fs. We've had a lot of Fs in the MCU lately. So
Yeah,
it's
no
a breath
shit,
of
right?
fresh air, man. It's a breath of
Yeah,
fresh
yeah,
air.
yeah. I'll give it a solid B plus, man.
Hell yeah.
With room for some extra credit to bump it up to an A by the end of the semester.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's fair.
yeah, cool.
Cool, my brother. Well,
Fix your
yeah.
cutlery, boys and girls. Fix your
Yeah, no shit,
cutlery.
right? Watch your dailies.
Oh,
And
my
even
earbuds
when
fell
you're
out
on
again.
set, just pay attention to the fucking surroundings. There's only like 80 of you on the fucking set at all times.
Well, I
So,
mean, his character, Fisk's character, is like a fucking know your
Yeah,
character, man. That's part of
he's
knowing your
very
character.
meticulous. Yes.
He's very meticulous and he's being very posh and whatnot. And there's a certain way things go.
You're talking
So
about a guy who had a fucking drawer only committed to cufflinks. I mean, come on, bro. It don't get more meticulous than that.
yeah,
Like, come on, dude. But hey, whatever, man. That's what we do. We nitpick. We should call ourselves the nitpickers.
it's just an opportunity. It's an opportunity to keep the momentum, or an opportunity to make someone go, wait a minute. And that's when someone goes, when an audience member goes, wait a minute, that takes them out of the moment, and you lose it. It's a hiccup in that momentum, right? So it's not that it's a
Right.
chance to shine; it's
Right.
a chance to keep the momentum, right? You got to be consistent. That's all. That's all, man. But
Yeah,
it is
it's
very
happened to me. It's happened to
it's
me plenty of
very
times.
nitpicky on it's very nitpicky on my part. Extremely, probably the most nitpicky I've ever been on anything.
But you still caught it.
This is
So
true.
you got to talk about it,
It
man.
is my burden. It is my burden.
That's our brains, man.
Yeah, true. True.
But
Cool,
all right, my
man.
brother. Well, appreciate you doing this with me. Look forward to talking about episode 3 with you. And yeah, if you guys like it too, let us know.